Welcome back to Italian Horsepower. Today, we're taking a closer look at this tiny Suzuki camper, its expected design, off-road character, clever interior, camping possibilities, and why a vehicle this small could become one of the most interesting compact RVs of the future. Let's get started. At first glance, the 2027 Suzuki Mini Camper looks like it follows a simple philosophy. Keep the vehicle compact, but make every centimeter useful. Suzuki already has a strong reputation for creating small vehicles with serious off-road capability. The current Jimny, for example, combines a compact body with four-wheel drive and around 210 millimeters of ground clearance, making it surprisingly capable away from paved roads. The Mini Camper takes that idea and pushes it toward the world of adventure travel. Instead of building a huge motorhome with a massive body, Suzuki's approach could focus on lightweight construction, smart packaging, and maximum functionality in a very small footprint. And that's what makes this camper so interesting. The exterior could feature a rugged, boxy design with compact dimensions, protective body cladding, chunky tires, a high ground clearance, and a practical rear camping section. The goal isn't to look like a luxury bus. It's to look like a vehicle that is ready to disappear down a mountain trail. The front end would likely maintain Suzuki's recognizable design language, while the camper section could provide additional space behind the driver and passenger area. One of the biggest advantages of a mini camper is maneuverability. A large RV can be difficult to drive through crowded cities, narrow roads, forest trails, and small parking areas. A compact camper has a completely different personality. You can drive it almost like a normal vehicle. You can park it more easily. You can take it to places where a full-size motorhome simply wouldn't fit. And when the road turns into gravel or dirt, the compact dimensions become an advantage rather than a limitation. Inside, the real magic begins. The 2027 Suzuki Mini Camper could use a highly flexible interior designed around one simple idea. Every piece of space needs to serve more than one purpose. A rear seating area could transform into a sleeping platform at night. Storage compartments could be hidden beneath the floor or underneath the bed. Folding tables could disappear when they aren't needed, while compact cabinets could provide room for cooking equipment, clothing, and camping supplies. This kind of interior isn't about having a giant living room. It's about having everything you actually need. A compact kitchenette could include a small sink, portable cooking system, refrigerator or cooler, and useful preparation space. For sleeping, the rear section could transform into a surprisingly comfortable bed for one or two travelers, depending on the final configuration. And because the vehicle is designed around adventure, outdoor equipment could become part of the overall package. Roof storage, awnings, exterior lighting, recovery equipment, and additional cargo solutions could make the mini camper much more useful during longer trips. But what about power? That's another area where future compact campers are becoming increasingly interesting. A vehicle like this could potentially use a secondary battery system, solar charging, USB and 12-volt outlets, LED lighting, and compact electrical equipment to support off-grid camping. Imagine arriving at a remote location, switching off the engine, opening the rear section, setting up your small campsite, and enjoying the evening without needing a traditional campground. That's the real attraction of a mini RV. Freedom. And then there is the driving experience. Suzuki's current Jimny demonstrates that compact size doesn't necessarily mean a lack of adventure capability. Current Jimny specifications include four-wheel drive, a ladder frame platform, rigid axle suspension, and 210 millimeters of ground clearance. A future mini camper inspired by that philosophy could be designed for light off-road travel rather than extreme rock crawling. That distinction is important. This isn't necessarily a giant expedition truck designed to cross deserts. It's something more approachable. A vehicle for weekend camping, mountain roads, beaches, forests, road trips, and spontaneous adventures. And because it's smaller, ownership could potentially be easier and more affordable than a traditional motorhome. Fuel consumption is another potential advantage. A lightweight compact camper doesn't need the enormous engine of a heavy RV. Suzuki's existing compact vehicles already demonstrate the company's focus on efficiency and small footprint engineering. Of course, the biggest question is price. At this stage, official pricing and final production specifications for a 2027 Suzuki Mini Camper have not been confirmed. So any price you may see online should be treated as an estimate rather than an official Suzuki figure. But if Suzuki can keep the vehicle affordable, that could be one of its strongest selling points. The RV market has traditionally been dominated by large and expensive vehicles. But not everyone wants a huge motorhome. Some people simply want a small vehicle that can take them somewhere beautiful, provide a place to sleep, and give them the freedom to travel without complicated planning. That's where the Suzuki Mini Camper could make a huge difference. It could appeal to young travelers, couples, outdoor enthusiasts, photographers, weekend explorers, and anyone who wants a simpler way to experience the outdoors. And perhaps the most exciting thing is the philosophy behind it. The 2027 Suzuki Mini Camper doesn't need to be the biggest RV. It doesn't need the most powerful engine. It doesn't need a massive luxury interior. It only needs to answer one question. Can this tiny vehicle help you go farther and experience more? If the answer is yes, then Suzuki could have something very special. A tiny camper can actually make travel feel bigger. Instead of spending your money on a massive vehicle, you could spend it on the journey itself. More roads, more mountains, more beaches, more nights under the stars, and more places you've never seen before. So, is the 2027 Suzuki Mini Camper the tiny RV everyone wants? If Suzuki can combine its compact engineering, practical design, off-road capability, and smart camper technology into one affordable package, it absolutely has the potential to become a standout vehicle in the mini RV world. And that's what makes this concept so exciting. Small doesn't have to mean boring. Small can mean efficient. Small can mean affordable. And most importantly, small can mean freedom. This has been Italian Horsepower. If you enjoyed this look at the 2027 Suzuki Mini Camper, make sure to subscribe for more future cars, compact campers, 4x4 adventures, and the latest automotive concepts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.